I am Dr. Bree, and I hope you'll join me for this wonderful side-lying hip and inner thigh flow that's great for your pelvic floor and your entire hips and core. So begin lying on your side. You can prop your head up in your hands if that feels good. And you're going to bend your knees in front of you. Feet are off the ground. So notice that my feet are lifted and then bottom knee stays on the floor. Your top knee is going to lift into a clamshell position 8 times. Make sure your core is nice and strong. Pelvic floor is lifted and low abs are pulled in, and you are breathing. Now hold this last rep, and then you can set that top leg down behind you. So your bottom leg is straight and your shoulder is down away from your ear. Make sure that you are making sure that your shoulder does not hunch up toward your ear. So zip up your core, low abs and pelvic floor are lifted, and you are lifting that bottom leg up and down 8 times. Keep breathing. Your core is going to have to be strong to maintain your balance. You can always hold onto the floor or you can touch your knee. So hold that last rep with that leg lift. And now 8 times you're going to sweep the leg forward and back. So forward and back with that bottom leg, sweeping it, keeping the core strong and lifted. Breathing as that core is strong and lifted and zipped up. And hold it. Now add an arm sweep as well. So your arm and your leg are going toward each other and then apart. And this is really going to work your core. You're going to feel it in your pelvic floor, in your low abs. Make sure that your shoulder is down away from your ear on that propped arm and hold. Now we're going to go into some bend and extend of the lower leg. You're bending and extending at the knee. So your foot touches the other foot, straighten and bend that lower leg. The knee is hovered off the floor the whole time, so you're never touching down. That leg is lifted the entire time as you are bending and extending. Now we're going to move on to our leg circles. So the bottom straight leg circles around 8 times. This one is intense. You might need to hold onto the floor for balance instead of your knee. Breathe. And we're going to now lift the entire body up off the floor so your hip stays lifted, and you're going to do the leg lifts in this lifted position with your hips. So your hips are both off the floor and you're lifting that bottom straight leg up and down. Finish up, and now we're going to come up onto a flat hand. So instead of your elbow, you're now pressing down into your hand, and you're going to lift the entire hips up and down. So your hips go up and then they touch down on the floor 8 times. This is an intense exercise. You're really going to want to breathe with this to keep it safe for your pelvic floor and your core. So exhale as you lift your hips. You can take it slower than I'm showing you. And now you might feel a little tension in your neck. This is a great arm and neck workout too. So take a minute to pause the video if you need to and rub out your shoulders and neck. But if you're ready, zip up your core, lying on your side. So your pelvic floor is lifted, low abs are pulled in. And we're moving into a scissor switch, little leg kick. So alternating sides, your core is zipped up and strong. You are breathing. Both legs are off the floor as you're in this side-lying scissors switch. Okay, take a deep breath, roll onto your back. We're going to take a minute just to kind of stretch out your neck. Really make sure your neck is lengthened on the ground behind you. Maybe massage out your neck muscles just for a couple of breaths before moving into our next exercise. So zip up your core, pelvic floor lifts, low abs pull in, and we're alternating the cross 4 times. So we have 3 and 2 and 1 and good. Now we're going to do a quicker little crisscross. This one we're going to do more times, so really make sure that your low abs are pulled in, that your low back is not arching off the floor. If you need to place your hands under your butt, like I'm showing here, that can really help keep your back safe. So just make sure that your low back is not arching. You are breathing, your hands are under your bum if you are feeling like there's any strain in your low back, And then we're going to be done with that and move into some sexy leg slides. Nice and slow. You're sliding one leg down the other and then switching. We just have twice more on each side. So take your time with this, have some fun, and keep that low back. Don't let it arch. Keep it down toward the floor. Those hands under your butt can really help. Now we're going to take a moment to relax. Stretch out those inner thigh and hip muscles. Open the legs apart and breathe. I really like the way it feels to rock side to side. Little massage for the low back and the sacrum. One more nice deep breath in this position. And then set your legs down one at a time. And we're going to roll onto the side, exhale to press up, and move into the same strengtheners on the other side. If you need to push pause here and do some neck rolls or more neck massage to work out any kinks in your neck, go for it. Otherwise, join me on the floor for our first exercise, which is the clamshells. So remember, for this, we keep the knees down, the bottom knee down, but the feet go up. So the feet stay off the floor. The feet stay together, and the top knee lifts and lowers, lifts and lowers. So you're in this clamshell-like position with both feet off the floor. Keep breathing and hold. And then place that top leg behind the bottom leg and come up onto your elbow. Remember, your shoulder is down. Don't let it hunch up toward your ear. Press into that bent elbow, keep the shoulder down, and 8 times we lift that lower straight leg. Make sure that your core is zipped up and strong. Zipped up core means that your pelvic floor is lifted like a Kegel and your low abs are pulled in, and you hold it as you breathe. Now we add that leg swing. So the leg goes forward and then comes back and up. Forward, back and up. The leg never touches the ground, so keep it off the ground the whole time. Keep your shoulder down away from your ears and keep breathing. Now add the arm swing to the leg swing. So the arm and leg go apart and then together, apart and together. Your core is strong and zipped up. Keep breathing. Almost done. And now we do the bend and extend of that leg. Make sure again that that shoulder on your supporting arm is down away from your ear. Bend and straighten the knee of the lower leg. The lower leg is lifted off the floor the entire time. It never touches down. Almost done. And now we circle that bottom leg. Circling, you might need to have your top hand on the floor for support. Core is lifted and strong, and you are breathing. Now we lift both hips up and hold them up. Don't let them drop down. And 8 times you lift that bottom straight leg. Keep your core strong, lifted through the pelvic floor and the low abs. Keep breathing. And now we come up onto the hand. So shoulder stays down. Don't let it hunch up. Press down into your hand. Zip up your core and lift up and down. You'll notice you feel this hip lift more in the outer hip. Instead of the inner thigh, you'll feel it more in the outer hip of that bottom leg. So breathe. You lift as you exhale. Make sure your core is strong and lifted the whole time. And come all the way down onto your side. And we're going to move into that scissor exercise. So your core is nice and strong. Both legs lift off the floor and they stay lifted as you scissor kick. So you're switching forward and back with the legs. It's almost like you're walking in the air. And then release the legs down. Take a moment to press up into a hands and knees position and just move your body in any way that feels good and releasing. So just freestyle here. Freestyle movements, whatever feels delicious in your body. Move, push pause if you want more of a break. Otherwise, we're going to go into our next exercise, which is a really great functional movement. Hands are planted on the ground underneath your shoulders. You exhale all your air out. Toes are tucked behind you, and then you lift knees just a couple of inches off the ground, hovering the knees. Now, you're going to use your core muscles and bring your legs to one side and then the other. And let's take a little break. So roll out the wrists. If that was a lot, then just try to do that same thing again. But if you want more of a challenge, I'm going to show you a next level right here. So again, repeat what you just did, or again, tuck your toes behind you. Exhale all your air out. Zip up your core nice and strong. Lift your knees off the ground. And then you're going to straighten the bottom leg and pull the opposite arm back. So take this slow. You straighten the bottom leg in front of you and pull the opposite arm back. Take it slow. You're breathing. Your core is strong. Let's just do one more time each side. Straightening that bottom leg and pulling the opposite arm back, and great job. Release, relax. Take a minute to sit up and roll out your wrists. And that was a wonderful quick flow. You should take the time. Please do not leave this video yet. We're going to take the time to do a very brief release of your hips, your glutes, your inner thighs. So crocodile pose. Your legs are spread out wide. You're laying on your belly, rocking your hips and just breathing. Now you can bend up your knees and windshield wiper your legs to get a little hip rotation. So you drop both legs to one side and then the other with your knees bent up. And then when you feel ready, just come back down into that crocodile stretch. Legs are wide and you are breathing. Take a moment to just feel all the work you just did in your body. And when you feel like you are ready to move on with your day, go ahead and sit up and just say to yourself, thank you, body. Thank you for being here with me. And I hope you'll come back for another round of this awesome workout. Be sure to check the video description for more ways to work together, and we'll see you next time.